Curtis, what's good, man? You and your feelings about Daphne? Is she with gang them? Or is it that you sucking little Rod dick? However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
If you haven't heard the latest tea, let me spill it for you. 50 Cent is out here clowning Steve J for being Diddy's boy toy. This celebrity gossip is the talk of the town, and you don't want to miss it. 50 Cent, the rapper known for his beef with just about everyone, has set his sights on Steve J, the reality TV star. And what's the reason? Apparently, 50 thinks Steve is getting a little too cozy with hip-hop mogul Diddy. The streets are saying that 50 Cent is calling out Steve J for being Diddy's companion, and he's not holding back. This drama is hotter than a summer day in Miami, and we're here to give you all the juicy details. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and get ready for some serious celebrity tea spilling.
Do you think Diddy can come back from this? Because a lot of people saying it's over for him.
Oh, it is over for him. Come back to where? To be in the entertainment business? Listen to me, man. And I don't want to bring this guy's story up because it's old. And I know he's trying to live past it, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Ray Rice, his wife, spit in his face. And he did what he did on that elevator. He ain't played one football game after that. Nowhere that I know of. He may have went overseas and played or something like that. I don't know that to be true. But he didn't play in the NFL, a hell of a running back. He ain't played not one down in the NFL after that. No endorsements. Nobody's going to have anything to do with old boy. And when they come out with this other stuff, he going to come back to work. I wouldn't be surprised if he do the ultimate sin, is suicide. Because bruh, he's such a narcissistic that he couldn't stand not being somewhere and not being seen. His whole life, his whole career was about him being seen in the public. It was about him, taking everybody else's dreams and making them his. And now, him nor his kids would profit from anything from Bad Boy or Sean Puffy Combs again. His kids is going to suffer behind this.
Wow, man, that's crazy to hear, man. And you knowing Diddy, you think it's a good chance he might take his life?
He was talking about taking his life at the City College thing. Yo, D. Ferg, ASAP Ferg's father, say, yo, man, we got to watch him, man. This nigga talking about killing himself. I say, so let him. If you're that weak, I said, let him. And he said, Eugene, why you say that? I said, man, listen to me, man. He ain't no good to nobody if he talking about hurting himself. His life don't belong to him. His life belong to God. What he should be trying to do right now is work his way towards God now, for real, and not that devil he been worshiping. That those people got him believing, you understand, that's the true God. Because everything from what I know, since I've been around him, everything that's gone forward has been that of the devil. The drugs, the alcohol, the partying, everything has been of the devil.
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this juicy drama, let's take a step back and look at how we got here in the first place. You see, 50 Cent ain't exactly known for being a wallflower, if you catch my drift. This man has a reputation for speaking his mind and stirring up trouble wherever he goes. He's been in more beefs than a butcher shop, and he's not afraid to call out anyone who crosses him. But what about Steve J? Well, he and Diddy go way back. They've been tight for years, working together on all sorts of projects. Some folks even say they're more than just friends, if you know what I mean. But hey, that's just what the streets are saying. Now, 50 Cent and Steve J, they don't exactly have a history of being besties. There's been some tension between them for a minute now. Maybe it's because they run in the same circles, or maybe it's just because they both got big personalities. Who knows? But what we do know is that 50 Cent has been taking shots at Steve J for a while now. He's made some slick comments here and there, but nothing too serious. Till now, that is. When 50 Cent decided to put Steve J on blast for being Diddy's boy toy, he didn't hold back. He went in hard and he didn't mince words. The streets are buzzing with all the tea he spilled, and everyone's talking about what this means for their relationships.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what they got. But speaking of the raid, right? Did you see that viral video of Diddy? He was seen in Miami with Stevie J after the raid. You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
What you think about that?
Well, I go way back when Stevie J first came to Bad Boy after they left Uptown Records and everything like that. And Stevie J and Puff fell out real bad over, you know, it could have been producer credits and the whole 9 yards. But Stevie J didn't F with him until Love and Hip Hop. When Stevie J went to Love and Hip Hop and he became famous from that, Puff called him over there and they had a meeting. And I guess they rekindled their friendship. Because I used to bodyguard Stevie J. And, you know, go to different clubs. You know, I got pictures and everything. Stevie J didn't mess with Puff, you know, until after that Love and Hip Hop thing went down, you know. So now they back cool. What got me about the stuff like that them being back cool, that Stevie J went on TMZ and was speaking up on behalf of Diddy. Now, if anybody I want speaking up behalf of me, or I had anybody speaking up on my behalf, it wouldn't be Stevie J. You understand? I don't think that an individual of his caliber is capable or can be trusted in a way that I would like for him based on his actions on television and who he is as a person, what he has been shown as an individual is a type of individual that I would have speaking on my behalf. Come on, we know he's a drug abuser. We know that he's been seen putting his hands on women in the wrong way. And I don't know, that shit is crumbling, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you can always say this, man. And the infamous words of one of the world's greatest comedians, Richard Pryor, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why you say that? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Because Lil Rob said that they be doing the liquid cocaine in the bottles, in the Ciroc bottles. We know Stevie J been in countless rehabs back and forth. We know, we've heard of Puff being in rehabs, secretly going.
But what exactly did 50 Cent say? And how did Steve J and Diddy react? Girl, you know I got the scoop and I'm about to spill it all, so grab your popcorn and get ready because this drama is about to get even juicier. 50 Cent didn't just throw a little shade at Steve J. He straight up put him on blast. It all started when 50 took to Instagram to share his thoughts on Steve J's relationship with Diddy. And let me tell you, he didn't hold back one bit.
Too. So, my man, when you get on those type of psychotropical, I think it's psychotropical drugs, man, and you start believing your own bullshit, and them two individuals together, man, you know they got to be crazy. Something got to be wrong with when he stood up there and he said that he want to challenge 50. And I don't know much about that clout shit, him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how 50 Cent, we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bullshit. Him, Scrappy, him, this other cat. My man, there's no way. There's no way. He don't want it with 50, bro. That's if that ain't cocaine, the Pope ain't Catholic.
So you feel like 50 Cent would give Stevie J that work?
It wouldn't even be a job. 50 Cent will whoop. 50 Cent will whoop niggas like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight. I seen some tapes of him get down on that end, but I never seen him fight in person. But I know the demeanor of a man. I was with 50 Cent on a couple of occasions, and one occasion, it was just me and 50 and about probably 6 other dudes that didn't want to get out the car because he was ready to get down. And you could see it in him. You could see he got it in him like that. I'm looking at him. I wrote this shit about this shit in my book. 50 ain't back. He don't back down, bro. And you could see when you know a dude is about it, and got it in him, you could see it in his eyes. You could see it in the way he carry himself. You see how he threw his own man in the bushes, Tony Yayo. They got tapes on 50 getting down boxing. I've seen takes on him. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him in person, as far as fighting. I've been with him in person, but he got it in him, bro.
But yeah, that caught me by surprise because I always knew that Stevie J, he did production for Bad Boy, but I never knew him and Diddy was that close until, as of late, since the raid. So
Yo, they was close. Bro, Stevie J and Puff was like pots and pans back in the day. I don't know what happened between them, but something happened on the producing credit side that Stevie J stopped effing with him. And, Stevie wasn't dealing with him at all. He was just doing more stuff for Jodeci than he was Bad Boy.
In his post, 50 Cent called Steve J out for being Diddy's boy toy and even went as far as to say that he was getting played by the hip-hop mogul. He didn't stop there, though. 50 also took shots at Steve J's fashion sense, saying that he was dressing like a clown and that he needed to get his own style. The language 50 Cent used was harsh, to say the least. He didn't mince words, and his tone was dripping with sarcasm and mockery. It was clear that he had no respect for Steve J and wasn't afraid to let the whole world know it.
Well, it came out, because Cassie sued him. He settled 24 hours.
Whoa!
But now I heard she's cooperating with the feds.
She's a civilian. What do you expect?
Right. Well, what's interesting, I actually looked this up, because I'm sure when they settled the lawsuit, she signed an NDA, saying she's not going to write a book, she's not going to do a documentary, whatever
When
else,
the feds
right?
come, that's probably all out the window.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. An NDA is a private agreement.
Yeah,
a
but
criminal
the feds-
case supersedes that.
Yeah.
So she could be compelled to take the stand, and she could basically throw that NDA out the window on the stand.
Of course, and she's a civilian, and it is what it is. And yo, let me tell you something. God got his ways of humbling people.
Yeah.
You could be right here, and the next day they all laughing at you. We're public property. That's what I learned. When I seen Fitz down there, we public property. You can say whatever you want to say. So it's public property. You walking on eggshells, my nigga. Whoever you are. And if you a black billionaire, come on.
It's over. It's over. It's looking bad out here for
As for
Diddy.
niggas taking up for 50, 50 been not fucking with Diddy for his reasons. Like, niggas be saying little funny shit behind the scenes, and, G-Unit spies is everywhere. G-Unit spy, that's what G-Unit spies is everywhere, bro.
Okay, because I remember one of the funniest Drink Champs ever was when 50 was on there, and he said that he met up with Diddy, and Diddy offered to take him shopping.
Yeah,
hell?
You can't tell a nigga from New
That's
York.
crazy.
No, you can't tell a
crazy.
nigga from New York no shit like that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
He's like, what? He's like, I'm a bad bitch or something? I gonna let me take me shopping?
You gotta understand, Fifth been like that since the beginning of time. When he used to come to the block, he was the nigga like, oh shit, boo-boo coming.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this nigga, some shit is about to start. That's who he is. And as for niggas saying they want fades and all that, like, I don't know what niggas think. We've been
talking about Stevie J.
No,
Stevie J
but like
wants to
Stevie
fight
J,
50.
I don't like to talk about these dudes because like Benzino and them, I don't look at it as real street shit.
Yeah.
Like when you beef, like I said, with a
entertainment,
with
man.
like
It's all entertainment, man.
with like a henchman or a fucking a World or any of these type
Fat
of niggas.
Joe.
Yeah, or Fat Joe, you know, he's street.
Yeah.
But like a Benzino, like years ago, we ran down on Benzino in Miami. We ran down on him like, yo, don't put us in the Source magazine. Because he was so obsessed with Eminem's success, and G-Unit was the shit at the time, and niggas was just, it always been a hate thing because we signed with Eminem. Why? It's the nigga that put me on. I don't give a fuck what color he is. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, nobody owed me nothing. I'm just the type of nigga that just be like, yo, you know what? I appreciate what niggas did. Niggas got me out the hood. Niggas got houses. We went to 103 places. We went on tour for 103 dates. The third, 50 has the
6 months, nigga.
Third biggest grossing tour in the world. Hip hop.
As soon as 50 Cent's post went up, the internet went wild. Fans were shocked by his bold statements, and the media couldn't get enough of the drama. Twitter was buzzing with reactions, with some folks taking 50's side and others defending Steve J. But the real question on everyone's mind was, how would Steve J and Diddy respond to this public dragging? Would they clap back at 50 Cent, or would they take the high road and ignore the drama altogether?
Ever.
I actually looked this up. I have this in my notes.
It's about to be the second. All the numbers ain't even in yet. I think it's the second most gross.
No, right. I
should
actually
be
looked at
the
the
second.
numbers. You guys made $123 million on that tour. Number 2 was Drake. It was all Blur tour, $189 million. And number 1 was Jay-Z and Beyonce on the Run, $253 million.
Okay.
A lot of money, though.
Yeah, 50 is
a lot of money.
50 is
Crazy.
A marketing genius, and we had fun on that road. We went to all kinds of places. We went to Paris. We went to Dubai.
Bahrain,
we went to shout to Abu Dhabi. Shout to Bahrain, Thailand.
All over,
Yo,
man.
and those experiences.
Mumbai, India.
And look, you got to understand, me and 50 was always Murder fans. You know what I'm saying? So Murder is like, when we on the road, it be me, Murder, and our man Light. Shout out to Light.
Light,
They call us the Three Amigos. So like, a lot of shit happens on tour. Like, as for production, you know, they got to wake up 5 in the morning, build a stage. Like, people be, it's long doing these tours, and you ain't seen your kid, you ain't seen your wife.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit happens on tour behind the scenes, and it's understanding, because while we're laying in our Armani hotel beds, somebody's building the stage. So we the type that when we around, it's the Three Amigos. We go, we find our bud in whatever country we at, London, Paris, you know, wherever we at, except for like Abu Dhabi and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go wherever we at, we find our bud. We got our dressing room. We chill in the cut. Look, because 50 tells us, yo, I only need you. Look, we could be back in the hood, or we could be having jobs. All I need is 2 hours of your time, and we make 6 figures.
That's a fact.
2 hours of your time.
Some folks were speculating that this could be the end of Steve J and Diddy's friendship, while others thought it might just be a temporary rough patch. But one thing was for sure, this celebrity feud was far from over. The streets were talking and the tea was hot, but the real fallout from 50 Cent's scathing remarks was yet to come. Would Steve J and Diddy address the situation head-on, or would they let their actions speak louder than words? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain. This drama was about to get even juicier.
And he's been leading not only himself, our people, into some kind of damnation through his actions.
Yeah, I'm just in disbelief, man. I mean, to see his downfall. I mean, he been on a long run, man. So, you know, to see this is crazy, man. I mean, how long has he been famous?
Nah, so you got to realize he didn't get his fame until after he made that, you know, remember, you got to remember this, Mighty. I said he made the atmosphere for Pac to die. He made the atmosphere for Big to die. He created the atmosphere, you understand, for Suge Knight to go to jail, because that's what came out of his mouth. So that didn't happen. His fame he didn't really come famous until after the death of Tupac and the Notorious Big, brother. So that's like 97. He went on that whole Bad Boy tour with the #1 song in the world, Missing You, where he stole the thing from Sting and the music from Source Money, the lyrics from Source Money. Didn't even want to pay that man his money. Waited all those years to pay that man his money. He was stealing people's dreams, man. He's the cause of a lot of people's death, and people ain't gonna see it the way I see it. But when you steal somebody's dreams, Black Rob probably could have changed his life. Probably could have changed the way he thought. Probably could have changed the way he was doing business if he wouldn't have stole G-Dep from him. If he would have treated Craig Mack in the correct way and not try to steal his music, use him in the way that he used Craig Mack to catapult the Notorious Big, Craig Mack's life could have been changed. If he would have never set up the atmosphere and had Big out there in California and bringing Big to that party, the Notorious Big life may still be here. If he wasn't trying to put the Bloods against the Crips, well, they was already against each other anyway, but use the Crips, maybe Tupac wouldn't have never had that altercation. But if ands, and buts were candies and nuts, like I always say, Christmas would be every day. And I understand that. But he set up the atmosphere for a lot of people. Wolf set up the atmosphere between him and BMF. Come on, man. They say one day you got to pay the piper. That's why he getting that smoke.
Sauce Money, you brought his name up. He had an issue with Diddy?
You know, the streets are buzzing after 50 Cent put Steve J on blast like that. Everyone's wondering how this drama is going to play out and what it means for Steve J and Diddy's relationship.